is, my claim to go with this meal is, I came into high school wanting a better social environment and meaningful connections. I came from a couple of really weird schools before I came to East Mountain. Like the first one was Prince of Peace Lutheran School. So it was at the church just up into Harris. And in my grade before COVID, there were a whopping 2 other students. So that was weird. It was kind of weird. The amount of people in this room were about how many people I knew at that school. It was super tiny. And then during COVID, the school kind of like shut down. It was pretty horrible, and the teachers kind of got screwed over, and they had to help us graduate. And then after that, I went to a school called Calvary Christian Academy, which was definitely a lot bigger, but still pretty small. I think there were about like 8 or 10 students in my grade. I was there for a couple of years. We only went to that school because it was the only school that stayed open during COVID, so that kind of helped with that. But that was super interesting. So coming to high school was like a completely opposite experience. I went from like having super tiny classes, hi Steve, to having this big school. I remember 8th grade day was like the most terrifying day in my life because I came and I didn't know anyone here. There was like a couple of people I knew, like Quinn, Luke, Bodie, and like that was about it. And then of course you, but I didn't see you that day. I met one friend. I don't remember his name, but he didn't make it to East Mountain High School. So when I came to school the first day, I was even more terrified, and it was really scary. And it was during this time that I started getting into working out because I kind of low-key got bullied at my other school. I wanted to make myself feel better about myself. So this is where my kind of love for fruit started. It started with like simple stuff like apples, but it kind of grew into oranges. And for the past 4 years, every single first period, whenever I could, I'd bring an orange to school. So I brought some oranges if you guys want to take some and pass them around. You can ask like Eli. I always go into this voices class and I have a big ass orange. And then if I don't have an orange, I'll go to the snack bar over there and get a banana. Yeah, and then even Miss Bohannon too, every single time in her class, me and Gavin will like leave 5 minutes early. And we'll go to the snack bar and we'll get fruit. And then we started getting in trouble for that, so Miss Bohannon doesn't really let us do that anymore. But that was super funny. Hold on, get to this next one. I forgot something. So, yeah. It still applies with my life because I still eat oranges. Even before I go to work out, I use an orange as my pre-workout because it's yummy. I always ask Mom to give me oranges. We still have a bunch of rotting oranges in the fridge right now. I like the big oranges opposed to cuties because they last longer. Except sometimes they're really gross. Like I get a weird like hard bit on the end that's not sweet and it kind of just tastes like the peel.
Ew.
So that's pretty grody.
Ew.
So I love oranges. Not only that, it's my favorite color. As you guys can tell, I have a really bright orange car. I do all kinds of stuff in orange. Okay, so my second claim is I often judge people primarily on first impressions, often before I have enough context to fully understand them. This really started in freshman year when I came here not knowing anyone, so I really judged everyone around me, especially since I came from schools where people were kind of like low-key rude as hell, so I kind of like made opinions about people pretty quickly. Like some of my closest friends, like Aaron, who I'm not even surprised he's not here, but he was probably like the first mean kid at this school. He was always making fun of my hair because it like sticks straight up. But we got through that after a while. And then of course like a couple of other friends, I knew I kind of didn't like them at first because they were kind of stupid. But I think they were on me, even if they're kind of still stupid, they're still cool, yeah. And then of course teachers, I formed a lot of opinions on teachers, except for Miss Bohannon. Miss Bohannon is a great teacher. You had the best English class I've ever taken. It was amazing. It was so fun. Yeah.
You're buttering me up.
All right. So to go with this, I made something that I've only made once to kind of represent, because I usually like really only judge someone like really negatively once. So to represent this, I made something that I've only ever made once, which was I made it for Thanksgiving. I had to make a vegetable stock because we couldn't go to the store and we couldn't make any, so I had to make some. So I have really kind of cloudy looking, kind of gross. I'm sorry guys, but there's meaning behind it. It doesn't taste gross, it just looks gross. So I have a vegetable stock I made. I just used celery and carrots and onions and of course some simple seasonings, but I was trying to decide this morning if I wanted to strain it or not to make it a little more pure, but I decided against it because to me judgment has been something really negative and I see something as like really dirty in my life. So I wanted you guys to, if you kind of weird, experience this dirtiness of judgment with this unstrained vegetable stock. I'm sorry guys, it's still good, I promise.
No, I do what you're saying.
Can't wait to try it.
Hey, you can try it right now, there's some cups. Alright, my third claim to go with this, I'll get to that. I find it very difficult to put effort into things I do not care about. And for this, I have a meal I like to call the lazy potato. Effort really has messed with me after 4 years. Like I've had classes that I have just not really done very good in because I don't care about them. An example being Miss Boyce's class. And that was probably the worst class. I mean, it was really fun to start. It sounded cool, but it was really kind of just nothing. I wish NJ was here because we did nothing in that class. We played Territorial IO. We made AI images of Miss Boyce. It was pretty fun, but there's a lot of other classes where like effort affects how much I care about it, or how much I care about it affects my effort. Like Miss Healy's class.
Oh,
Whose class I got kicked out of the last 3 weeks of school.
we had fun in that one.
Yeah. It's really, a lot of teachers have noticed it as well. Like when I don't care about something, it just reflects in how well my final project comes out. Yeah. And to go with this, I have something that kind of more directly relates to this lazy potato. What I have is my considered lazy meal is when I get up in the morning, I usually like to make potatoes for like my brother and Bryce over there. So I'll just make extra and I'll take that for lunch with like some eggs. That's what I consider lazy for me. I know it doesn't, like on the outside it doesn't look very lazy. So to represent that, I have this, what I would consider my worst work that directly, please open, relates to this. So this is my final in philosophy. We did this writing on a book by Friedrich Nietzsche called Birth of Tragedy, yeah. I did this project with Skylar, and we actually had a lot of fun with this project. The only thing is we really tried to be too much like philosophers, and our writing was really hard to read, and Mr. Schwabach's grading really showed that. He left a lot of comments. Me and Skylar were really disappointed. That's probably like one of my main works that I'm mostly disappointed in because of like how much we put into it, except for the reading part. We really did not pay attention very well when reading Friedrich Nietzsche, but yeah. If you guys want, at the end of this, you can read some of it. It's interesting. Like, for example, like my potatoes. You see it first, it looks good, but to me, it doesn't mean as much. And I actually showed this project to a bunch of people, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, that is amazing!" Like we went to Jeremiah and William, and when they were in C&M classes, and they were like, "Man, this is really good." So we were like, "Sweet." And then we didn't do so good on it, so that really sucks. I mean, I also have a lot of other worse works, like Miss Healy's class, like I already said, and some other things. But I think I really wanted to show this one, and I think Skylar showed this one too, right, Miss Bland? Did he show this one?
I don't think so.
Oh well. But yeah.
I think you might have talked about that.
You did? Okay. And I'm moving a little quick here. I need to slow down. And then this is my fourth claim. I show care by making things for people, including myself. And to show this, I made a meal that I both make at my mom's house and my dad's house. I make a lot of stuff with like noodles. We're gluten-free, so we have like weird chickpea noodles. They're actually pretty good though, if you boil them right. But yeah, I decided to make something like that. So we have spaghetti in there, which isn't typical. Like at my dad's house, I make something I like to call a double baked spaghetti where I make all the spaghetti and then I layer it into a cast iron with like cheese and then I bake it and it comes out really good. And then at my mom's house I do something a little different. I don't usually have spaghetti sauce, but there's spaghetti sauce in here at their house. So I have like normally like cheese and butter, sometimes yogurt and some other things, and it comes out a little more not colorful looking, but it's still pretty much roughly the same thing. And I used a lot different beef than I do at my dad's house. Yeah, we buy our own beef and it's really good. So I have spaghetti in there, and with this I make a lot of food for people. Like for these 4 years, I've been cooking for my brother. I cook for my dad sometimes, not as much, and I cook for my mom and stepdad a lot. I make all kinds of things. You could ask them. I make a ton of food. I really enjoy it. I've even made food for you guys a couple of times, like letting you try stuff. Maybe not like directly made it for you, but let you guys try things. I think, right? Have I? Eli, have I? I don't remember. But I really like to make food for people I care about. That's how I also make other things like for Mother's Days and Father's Days and birthdays and whatnot. I like to spend time making artworks about people for people, like drawings. I really like to draw. I'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, yeah, I have a lot of fun making stuff for people. That's it's a little weird, but that's how I show love for people, mostly.
What's been your favorite dish to cook?
I really like making either pizza or bread. Yeah, I really like making bread. I've only made it a couple of times. Yeah.
It was really good.
I wish I would have made bread for you guys, but that's super expensive. I'm sorry. Yo, what's up?
Who do you like cooking for the most?
I really like cooking for my mom and my dad. I don't know. I cook for my mom a lot more than for my dad. My mom is good at cooking, but she's a recipe person, and she kind of gave it onto me to cook for them. So I like cook for them. I like to make salmon, and I call them like fancy potato wedges. I do some fun stuff, and I've cooked for Anaya a lot, who is my older brother's girlfriend.
I like your potatoes.
You like potatoes?
Yeah.
Any more questions? No. All right, and with this, I would also like to talk about some of my best works. Unfortunately, I couldn't get access to it, and I talked to Mr. Wood, and he couldn't help me either. But my entire Photoshop class, I had some really cool works. I took that class with Lizzie over here. It was a great class, but there were very interesting people in there, like Enrique.
Oh, my class.
Yeah. What's up, Thor?
I think it was in my class too.
Oh yeah, you were. I remember I had an email battle with
Yeah,
you.
with Aaron.
Yeah. That class was super fun. But I did a lot of really cool works in that class. I would have showed some of my writing stuff, but I mean, I'm good at writing, I think. Am I good at writing, Ms. Mohanan? All right.
Yeah.
But they're not my favorite works because I kind of hate writing. So I just wanted to show a bunch of my creative stuff. And I'm going to show some more creative stuff when I get to talk about my capstone here in a moment, which was one of my favorite classes of all time. Other than philosophy. Philosophy was really cool too. So here I'm going to talk about my capstone. So my capstone was with Miss Theobald. We basically had to pick, we went into her class and she's like, okay, you guys have to make a couple of art projects this year, and I want you to have as much free reign as you possibly can. So I decided to pick, because I love drawing buildings. That's like my favorite. That's my favorite thing to do. So I love drawing buildings. So I decided to draw cityscapes this year. And I only got a total of 4 throughout the year, which is kind of minimal, but I'll pass them around. Which way should I? You guys have seen them, right?
We've seen it. We want to
I'm
see it.
gonna pass them this way.
We're not just, don't charge us those.
I'm not. I put a lot of time into those. Those were super fun. What's up, Wyatt?
I'd like to say I sat by him every time he made one of them, and there's a lot of effort.
Right.
There's a lot of effort.
There was a lot of effort, but I wasn't working all the time. A lot of the time I was watching Clarence or Family Guy with Chris. We weren't that loud. We could have been louder. But
He just picks them up.
that
Oh,
class
it's a
was awesome.
meetup? Yeah.
I had a really good group of people. I had Quinn with me. I had Ty. I had Wyatt, of course. Owen. I had Hunter. I had
Look at all the detail.
I had a lot of people, and they were they're cool, but they're also really crazy, and that class was really crazy.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
In a good
way.
But
Paint.
yeah, no, super cool. Yeah,
It wasn't that crazy. I don't think it
and then at the end of this project, it was kind of weird. The final was a little weird. We had to kind of write a little paragraph about our works of
Pictures
art
of it, but not the
and then
original.
kind of present it, but it wasn't really presenting. We kind of just like it was like a gallery walk. That was a little weird. I kind of waited very last minute to do that, but I maybe could have gotten one more art piece in this year if I maybe wasn't screwing around so much. But man, I'm going really quick. So I'm gonna take a step back and I'm gonna talk about some. Yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna also okay fine. I'm gonna in here. I'm gonna talk about some of the things that I did with my worst. Oh well. Some of the really bad things I did in high school, as in regards to my worst work. So it all started in sophomore year when me and Aaron and Zach were kind of screwing around, and I don't know how it even happened, but we accidentally blew up a microwave. I got in trouble for that, and I don't know how we got out of that because we weren't allowed to talk to each other before we went to talk to Mr. and Miss Bird. But our story was that we were trying to microwave ramen, but the microwave wasn't working, so we just kept microwaving it and it blew up. Because I remember Zach came into my science class and he was like, "Dude, the microwave's on fire." I'm like, "Dude, why didn't you turn it off?" And then the fire alarm went off. And I went out and there were a bunch of people staring at me because they knew I did it. And then I also did some other really stupid things. Like, I wish Brandon was here, but there's this kid named Brandon. He was a freshman. Last semester I had a psychology class with him. And one day we went into the bathroom. In the bathroom, there's like this little access roof that goes like the plumbing up there. And he's like, "Dude, put me in the roof." I was like, "Sure." I just put him in the roof, and as soon as he got up there, Mr. Wood walked in, and I've never seen Mr. Wood angry ever before, but he was like, "Get down now." And so Brandon left. I kind of got in trouble with that, with Miss Miranda. She really didn't like that one. And then I've done a couple of other really stupid things, but not too crazy. Like, gosh, I'm trying to think. The one time I threw a, what's up, Wyatt?
What about Miss Huey's class?
Oh.
Yeah, we did some stuff
So
in there.
it started in Miss Healy's class. I was totally chill in that class until I learned that we were using AI to grade. I'm sorry to talk bad about your friend Miss Bohannon, but the first thing I did was me and Ian, we got like this pre-SAT paper to practice on. And me and Ian were like, "We're not doing this." So we put hand sanitizer on it and like ripped it up and turned it in, and she got all mad at. That was really stupid. I understand why she got mad at us for that. Because we ruined a bunch of other people's papers. And then there were also like just other stupid things we did in that class. Like, I remember a lot of people joined in this, but they would like hide food in her.
Wasn't there,
that was some evil stuff.
wasn't there something with like a meat stick or something?
I don't recall. I don't. Oh yeah, tuna. Oh yeah, tuna.
Wait, wasn't there, there's something with the meat stick though.
I don't remember the meat stick.
Maybe drop in.
Oh yeah. Every time I remember one time Trey took our doors off because he felt like it was a really weird
Remember that?
situation. He took our doors off because people were doing stupid shit. He's like, "You know what? I'm gonna take your doors away." And my mom here helped me a lot with that. But after that, I started putting the door stops in the wall because there was a wall in building 3 that had a hole. So I think there's about like 20 door stops in that wall. Yeah, so I definitely did some pretty bad things. I wouldn't say it was horrible though. I haven't done anything stupid this semester. I've tried to be good because
Good
I
for you.
don't want to not be able to walk on graduation. There's definitely worse things I could have done, but I haven't. And then of course I made a handful of enemies like Bird and a couple other people I'm not too fond of, but I'm not gonna name them. But yeah, I have a lot of stories. I could say. I wish there were more people here because a lot of the stories involve them, but I'm not gonna
You
do
ready
that.
to incriminate yourself? Or?
I don't want to incriminate myself anymore. I won't do this in college, I promise. Alright, and then this is my last slide. As much as I may have acted like I hated high school, standing here now, I realize how much I'm truly going to miss it. I always talk about how much I hate this school. You could ask Eli, you could ask Ewan. Like I'll walk and be like, man, I hate this stupid school. Yeah, even my mom and my dad and Bryce. I told you Bryce, right? Yeah, so I hate this school, but I'm really gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss like all the stupid stuff we got to do, all the me and Eli going on side quests, like getting bananas, which I also got in trouble for, and just all kinds of fun things, screwing around, calling Aaron an idiot because he says he's gonna go wander and then he disappears and we don't see him for the rest of the day, and going to the gym with all my buddies, having classes and getting to like make a shitty teacher's class enjoyable. I'm gonna miss that kind of stuff. But hopefully I'll be able to see some of you guys in college. I know a lot of you guys are going pretty close, so maybe I'll be able to meet up with you in the future. So to go with this, I made something I've never made before because I've never graduated high school before. This is gonna be a whole new experience. I'm in my last 4 years of school before I actually have to, like get a job or whatever. I already have a job, but like a real job. I won't have to worry about school anymore after college, but I'll never have high school again. So I made something I've never made before, which was a dessert. I made a lemon ice cream. It's pretty good. I tried it. I promise. I've never made ice cream before. It's pretty cool. And so with this, I mean, I could say a lot more, but I know a couple people gotta leave, so I'm gonna move on to my goodbye speech. I wish there were more people here, but I'm gonna address each one of you guys because you guys all matter to me. So I'm gonna start with Butson over here. Butson's my stepbrother, and I've always got to do fun things with him. Like he always asks me in the morning, he's like, "Yo, are you gonna make breakfast?" He always stays up late watching TV shows with me. Sometimes some TV shows he really shouldn't be watching, and movies, and we get to play games together. Well, I still got the summer, but I'm gonna miss him in college. I'll be able to see you though, Bryce, I promise. And then I'm gonna just go around. I'm gonna talk to Ewan now. Ewan, I'm gonna miss all the goofy times we had, even in Miss Salazar's class with Bodie and a couple of interesting people. I've known you for a while. I've known you since what, like preschool.
Yeah.
I remember going to your house and writing on your ATVs. That was so fun. I'm gonna miss you, Ewan. And Thor, I haven't known Thor for long. Thor's a funny guy. He acts all kind of like tough and mysterious, but hear this guy laugh. He's funny as hell. I'm gonna miss you, Thor. Eli, I've known Eli since I started kind of knowing him in history class of junior year. I've never seen the guy before that. But me and Eli have really gotten close. We're gonna try and live together sometime in college. And I go to the gym with him a lot, and he always does shit with me. He sends me reels. He sends me a lot of reels. And then Wyatt. I've known Wyatt for a while. Wyatt was probably one of the first people I kind of became friends with once I got into that friend group with Zach and like Dorian and Wyatt's been always like a super like nonchalant, super cool guy, always. And I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss the one hike I went on with you. That was so fun.
We'll have to go on more once we're
Yeah, we gotta go. We got a whole summer to screw around.
This summer, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Damien. I've known Damien for a while. I don't know him super well, but he's always been super nice and funny.
You know his dad.
Nice suit.
Yeah, I know your dad. That was kind of funny. I'm gonna miss Miss Legate. She has been one of my like number ones.
We used to do that between every
She used to let me play Roblox in her class, and I always hang out. Like for the past 3 years, I've been going to lunch in her room. And that one, and now this one. I'm gonna miss all the goofy stuff we got to do in your room, and making you a Roblox account.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's being passed on. The freshmen see it and
they do see it. Yeah, I told Levi to do it too. And then Lizzie, I've known Lizzie since Photoshop. She's my brother's
And the
girlfriend.
only thing you said to me that entire Photoshop was, "It looks so good, you should just restart."
Oh no, I said a couple more things. But Lizzie's dating my brother, so I'll get to see her a lot more, and I'm excited for that. And yeah, she's cool. She gets to talk with me about baking stuff and tell me if my food is good or not. She doesn't like a lot of food. And of course my brother, one of my brothers, I'm miss you. I'm gonna miss having to make food for you every single morning and making lunch for you and telling you to get off my bed because you're messing it up. There's a lot more, but I still got a lot of time with you guys. And then, of course, Anaya, well, I get to go to college with you, but yeah, I'm gonna miss the couple of classes we had together, like astronomy and 3D
That
printing.
was fun. Yeah.
It was really fun, but it was a horrible class. I didn't really know Anaya before that class, so yeah. And then, of course, my father. I love my father. I'm not gonna say too much because I don't feel like that right now.
I love you, son. I love
And
you very
then
much.
Anna's my stepmom, and she's been super helpful and always so nice to me, and even cooks for us, which is DoorDash, and all kinds of things like that. And then Tim, who's been my stepdad he's known me for almost my whole life, which is really weird to think about. Yeah, and he's been a mentor to me. He helped me with my car. He's taught me how to lift and how to eat. He's helped me with a lot of bad kind of habits. And there's a lot more I can say. And then my mom, I love my mom. My mom is like my twin. Yeah, we always go thrifting. Even though I may not seem like I like it a whole lot. We do a lot of fun stuff. And you do so much for me. You helped me fight the school, which is awesome. That was so fun. Got the news called on the school almost. That was super cool. Okay, I think that. And then, of course, Miss Bohannon. I'm sorry, Miss Bohannon, I must miss you. But she's been my advocate for 4 years. She got to watch me turn in from this kind of shy little kid to maybe not an as shy little kid, but still, maybe like I was better, but now I'm a little more crazy. But I'm gonna miss advocacy. I remember we bought a microwave for her because she wouldn't let us use our microwave because she didn't want us to like mess it up. So me, Gavin, and a couple of other people got together to buy her a microwave, and I'm gonna miss this advocacy. This advocacy was so fun. Even like our little things where like we went on the hike and we were checking out when that thing got flooded. That was super cool. I'll miss you, Brandon. Now I'm gonna move into like my actual goodbye speech. I came to high school, a little kid who didn't know anyone, who was terrified. I came here and I was like first thinking about like, man, I'm pretty much a grown adult, and I was thinking about my future. And now that I'm in my senior year, I'm like, I feel like a little kid again. I'm going to college and it's a completely new experience. And it's a little scary. I'm gonna have to like get a job and pay rent and buy my own food. That's gonna be really weird. And yeah, I'm gonna miss high school, even though I hated it so much. I'm really gonna miss it. Yeah. I don't want to get too crazy, so I'm gonna call it good, guys.
Love you, son. It's good.
Woo! I have a question.
Yeah.
So I've heard some other people say the sentiment that they hated high school, they're really gonna miss it. So my question is for you, or all of you. If you hated high school but you're really gonna miss it, did you hate high school?
No.
I don't know. You know,
I don't think
it's not
so.
a weighted question.
There were maybe times that like I hated so much that made me think like I wanted to hate high school. You should grab some food before you leave, Ryan.
I'm not leaving. I got a present.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I don't think I hated high school. There were maybe just moments that made me want to think I hated high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's okay if you hate high school. A lot of kids are saying that, like, I really hate it here. It sucks so bad. And then they're like really sad. So I think both could be true. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
If you hated high school so much, tell us what was your favorite memory?
My favorite memory, it's not like a specific memory, but like my favorite memory is all the friends I've made. I've made a good amount of friends. Coming here with nothing and leaving with a bunch of friends, that's cool. That's probably my favorite kind of thing.
I could see how you called yourself shy, but I always just thought of you as reflective
Reflective.
until, I heard shenanigans outside of the room sometimes. You've grown so much.
Any more questions? No? Alright, you should eat.
Say
Yeah.
something. It's not a question, but I guess I just wanted to say, like, I've gotten to know you the last, like, almost 3 years now, and I'm really proud of you. And I know we
Yeah.
butt heads a lot like siblings. Like literally we
Yeah.
fight like you're my brother. But I'm really proud of you. You're gonna do great things, dude.
Yeah, she will.
You've grown a lot. You're one of the most empathetic people I know. You're always thinking about others. So even though you have your moments with doing things which, I would have climbed up in the roof too, just so you know. You know that.
I would have climbed up there if it went up right.